Welcome to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
This is the Motocross Supercross podcast, episode number 47 with a question mark. I'm Adam here with Claudio. What is up, Claudio?
What's up, man? Just coming out of this great weekend of racing. Last Triple Crown of the season, which means we're coming out to the end. But it was a great race. It was lots of surprises, lots of crashes, lots of things to talk about.
Definitely, dude. I really enjoy the Triple Crown format. So much racing. It was a nice day inside of the stadium there, but outside, not so much. It was a freaking blizzard there.
Yeah, the U.S. Bank Stadium, home of the Minneapolis Vikings.
That's right.
Or Minnesota Vikings, sorry, not Minneapolis, Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, of course.
And, it was definitely, blizzard outside, nice and cozy inside.
Yeah, super, like, a bunch of the, like, you can tell it was all fresh snow, too. And they were just snowed in. And the pits were outside, so that sucks for them. But there was just so much snow there. There's probably rigs still there. Can't even get out. They probably got to be, like, towed out or something unless they can shovel them. That's crazy, though. I'm glad I live in Florida and I don't have to deal with any of that anymore. And it's crazy, too. We're, the middle of April and they're still just getting pounded. So,
they got super hit.
It had to be at least like 8 inches or so. So much.
For sure. That's what she said.
But that is not important because we were inside this week and didn't have to worry about it. It was just nothing. The mechanics and the riders and all the fans who showed up who had to deal with it. So those are some loyal people there making it out and then driving back.
Yeah, that kind of sucks for the pit party, though, for sure.
Yeah, they're all like wearing snowshoes and stuff, going from pit to pit. So we're gonna start with the 250s right now. We will do the 450s on our next podcast. But looking at the lap times, we had that Triple Crown format, which really messed me up because I went to Miami yesterday. I went to that Pirates game. Met my dad up there who drove up from the Keys, so it was really fun. And I missed getting my picks in time because they had that window closed at like 4 o'clock or something.
Yeah, right before the LCQs.
Or 5 o'clock, I think, is when it was.
Yeah, right. It was like 4 o'clock our time. But yeah, you maybe 3 o'clock actually because of the time difference. But yeah, I got my picks in early and I did pretty. Not so good, I guess.
Yeah, but no matter how bad you did, you still did better than me because I got 0.
That's right.
And I was like doing all right too. Well, I have been fading recently, but now I'm really screwed getting a 0.
Yeah. I was really looking forward to riding your bike, man.
Me too. I already had plans for it. I had like graphics picked out and
your number again.
So yeah, my fantasy, it looks like my hopes of winning that dirt bike is over. I guess I'll just have to look forward to motocross now, and which is actually right around the corner, so I don't have to wait too long to have another opportunity.
34 more days.
Yeah, counting it down. It's coming up quicker than you think.
Yep.
So looking at the overall best lap times for the 250s East Coast, we had Osborne with a 48.2, Martin right there with a 49.0. So Osborne had more than a half a second gap on everyone else. So you'd think he would have had a good day, which he had a pretty decent day, which we're going to get into. But it was totally. Martin, Faulkner, Smith, Hartranft, Cantrell, Ramette, Osby, Rodriguez, Williamson, Michael Mosiman, Kyle Peters, 12th, Rensland, John Short, Keith Tucker, Cody Van Buskirk, Joshua Cartwright, and Zach Williams. Everyone else went to the LCQ.
Yeah, and it was crazy because Osborne will go, and then Martin will beat the time, then Faulkner will beat the time, then Osborne will beat the time again. So they were exchanging that first place position or that first qualifying spot constantly every single lap. So it was good to see that for sure.
Dude, I really liked the track too. I thought the track was it was really cool. It was a fast track. It flowed good. I just liked the whole layout of it.
Yeah, it was definitely a great track. Except for one part of the track that I didn't like, and I didn't like it after I read David Bulleman posted. He posted in his Twitter something about how they put more jumps in the inside of the track or in the outside of the outside line of the split section.
Yeah.
So it should be the other way around since you're trying to make a split section. So it made that section very one-lined. But besides that, it was a decent track. A lot of different rhythms. It was fast, good turns, and it definitely set up the stage for great competition.
Yeah, that rhythm section, that really long rhythm section right before the finish line, whereas like the inside and outside had just totally different rhythms. I really dig that. That's what's up. That's how I think those rhythm sections should be, where someone's landing right where someone's taking off. It really separates them. And
for sure.
Yeah, I know you were saying how it seemed like that outside was a little bit slower, but we also saw some people use that and make some passes. So
definitely. It got real used by the time third main came around for sure.
That's great. So let's jump right into 250. Oh yeah, here, let's go over those LCQ results. Your Venezuelan boy Lorenzo won that thing.
Yep.
Alves got second. Wilson Fleming got third, and Van Martin was your final transfer. Jerry Robin led the first couple laps, and then Jerry Robin led the first three, and then Lorenzo led the last four and took the win. It was just those two. Rider 89 lost one position due to cutting the course, and that is Jerry Robin. So he led 3 laps. I'm guessing he went down. Like I said, I didn't get to see it because I was in Miami, so I did miss the LCQ. But Jerry Robin went from leading the race to finishing 6th, so didn't make it in. Kind of interesting, though, that he cutting the course and he gets docked 1 position when Savacci got docked 2 positions. So it's really inconsistent how they're, penalizing people. Very confusing.
Another person that got penalized is Jason Anderson. We'll go over that whenever we do our 450 podcast.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So that's how the 250 LCQ ended up, and all those other riders just got in to the main events with their qualifying times. So that's pretty cool for those who just put in fast laps. Don't have any heat races to worry about. You just make the main by having a good lap time, which is, I kind of like that too. All right, so let's get into this first main event for the 250s. Someone who's been getting a really good start the entire East Coast season is Osby, man. He is killing it. I think he's so consistent too on every single start. He's always up there. Gets really good jumps.
Definitely. And he showed it in this first main for sure. He had a great start right up front. I want to say he got the whole shot, but they don't want to say, they don't want to accept that he did. But he did get a great start.
I really like the camera placement on this one and the line. It was super clear to see who got the whole shot, but their little transponder thing, for whatever it was tracking that, was in the most weirdest place because he was credited with the whole shot before any of the riders even hit that white line. Before they even got around the turn, he had the whole shot. But it was actually Faulkner with the whole shot. Osby hit that line second. Ramette was behind him. Jeremy Martin was behind him. But by the time they came through that second turn, it was Faulkner in first, Vermette was in second, Jordan Smith was in third, Osby was in fourth, Jeremy Martin was in fifth, Cantrell and Osborne were right there too. We saw Williamson kind of get into Osborne in that turn, and his hand it looked like it definitely dragged on Osborne's back tire. And he went down. It looked kind of nasty, and then Hardcraft hit his bike.
Osborne had a little bit of problems at the beginning of the race, but it was a total different story for Faulkner and Smith, who wasted no time to be up front.
Yeah,
and starting to check out.
Yeah, Smith made a good pass on Ramette in the whoops because Ramette was in second. Smith got him right there in the whoops, and Smith looked good. He looked pretty good all night. Osborne was just, it took him way too long to get around like Osby, Cantrell, and Ramette, but he passed them all I think on the same 2 laps, lap or two. And there was that was when there was 4 minutes left and he was still, 11 seconds behind the leader. So, he got screwed at the beginning of this race and just, it's like he ran out of time and just couldn't get around some of those other people fast enough to catch up to everybody.
Who's that, Osborne?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up fourth in this race, correct?
Yes, I believe so. He
finished fourth, right behind Jeremy Martin and Jordan Smith. Austin Faulkner ended up winning this main. Jordan Smith got second, and Jeremy Martin got third. Those 3 riders right there, though, they finished within a second of each other. So it was a pretty tight race all the way to the end. And then, like you said, Zach Osborne ended up making up a lot of time all the way to 4th place.
Yeah, Ramette, he must have fell or something because, like we said, he went from 2nd to 8th, within those couple laps and throughout the race. But Faulkner dominated. I liked his little finish where he had the number 1 out, then hit the jump one-handed. It was some style, it was pretty cool. So
definitely.
Like we said,
showing why he's why he's where he's at, and showing why he's one of the best of the sport, and he came out swinging and it worked for him, and couldn't ask for a better perfect start of the night for him, and also for Smith and Martin.
That's right. There was 11 laps and he led all 11. So, yeah, Jordan Smith got second, Jeremy Martin got third, Zach Osborne got fourth, Sean Cantrell got fifth, Anthony Rodriguez getting that 6th place, Michael Mossman got 7th, Thomas Ramette, like we said, fell back to 8th, Josh Osby got 9th, Luke Rensland, he was battling a stomach flu all weekend, he got 10th, and we saw him get that podium, in Indy. John Short got 11th, Keith Tucker got 12th, Cody Van Buskirk got 13th, Joshua Cartwright 14th, Van Martin 15th, Brandon Hartranft 16th, Jacob Williamson, who went down on the second turn, got 17th, Wilson Fleming 18th, Lorenzo Locurcio 19th, Zach Williams 20th, Alves 21, and Kyle Peters DNF'd. Something happened to him. I've been checking the online socials and all of that, trying to see what happened, because he would DNS the last 2 mains for the 250s. So something obviously happened to him. We'll have to keep an ear out and let you know what happened. They didn't show it
we will.
on TV, but he did not start the 2nd and 3rd mains, which we are going to get into right now.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened with him either. Like you said, we're trying to look up stuff online and see if we can find anything, but as of right now, not really. I haven't really been able to find anything, so we'll keep you guys informed as soon as we know.
Yeah, it was a very it's not good whenever someone does not start. Usually means injury versus bike issues. So
yeah,
hopefully he's okay, and like I said, we'll let you know what happens with him. But going on to main event number 2, Osborne had a terrible start. He actually bumped someone right out of the gate.
Yes.
It was a Honda.
Yes,
I think
did.
it was maybe Van Buskirk.
Yeah, he had a couple of problems. Not a couple of problems. He had a problem at the start, like you said. He had a really bad start, but definitely didn't stop him.
It definitely didn't stop him. Coming around that first lap, too, Faulkner looked like he was out front, and then he was like way outside in the rhythm, landed on one of the tough blocks, and kind of like fell right into the middle of the track. Pretty lucky he didn't get landed on right there. But things just started to unravel for Faulkner this race. Jordan Smith.
Faulkner ran into a lot of troubles this main event.
A lot of troubles.
Yeah, a lot of them. I think he went down maybe four times for sure, and it was just right after the other. Like every single lap, he just fell down.
We'll have to make a compilation on our Instagram at MXSX Podcast to see all of his crashes of the week.
I don't know if Instagram will let you do a video that long.
Yeah, we might have to make a two-parter or something out of it.
No, but seriously, yeah, he ran into a lot of trouble, and it was very unusual of him because on that first main he won and he went up to the podium, and he talks to Ralph and Jeff. And, he talked about how he learned from all his mistakes, how it's making him a better rider, and how patience is key, and blah, 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 blah. And
yeah, it's like all that was out the window.
Yeah, I think he jinxed himself because coming up main number 2, he threw it out. He literally threw it away.
Yeah, he was riding so hard after he went down. So after he went down, Jordan Smith was leading, Osborne was right behind him, and Martin was right behind him. Also, Cantrell and Riamet was up there again. And then Faulkner goes down for the second time when he clips Van Buskirk just in the turn.
Yep.
And I believe that's when his helmet just went sideways, like his visor was just sitting on there sideways.
Yeah, when he cracked it, yep.
Osborne, he kind of sets up Smith and makes just a nice pass.
A great pass.
Yeah.
He makes a great pass for the lead. He set them up in the first set of whoops. Then he comes around the second set of whoops. He's like outside. Bruh, cut him right in, man. It was a great pass and show why he's the champ and why he might be the champ again.
That's right. And then after that happened, Faulkner fell down again.
Yeah.
So that was the third time. Osborne was running first. Smith was behind him. Martin, Cantrell, Hartranft, they were all still there. And then Riamet must have went down again because he fell back when he was running fifth. But Faulkner, he got back up and running. He was running 14th. And Martin started closing in on Smith, but then he missed the triple. So, then he fell back a little bit more. And then Faulkner he was running 10th on that last lap, making up some ground. Then he passed Van Buskirk for 9th. And actually, whenever he passed him, Van Buskirk, he looked like he stalled or something in the corner, kind of just gave him the position. But right before the leaders were about to lap Faulkner, and it looked like he was going to get one more lap to try and pass some more people, but he fell right before the finish line, right before it, and then everyone lapped him. And that was it.
Turned right before him, and Zach Osborne just kind of, see ya, sorry.
Yep, so Osborne took the win there. Smith got second. Jeremy Martin was third. Sean Cantrell, he said this was the best night of his career, so fourth place in this main event.
It was a great battle between Smith and Martin, too, by the way. They closed up that gap on Osborne in the last couple of laps, and it kind of put a little pressure on him, and that's why they lapped all the way to 10th place, which is crazy for me. In 13 laps, they lapped all the way to 10th place.
Yeah, it was insane. They were definitely hauling. Smith looked really good out there.
He did, and it was weird because, Smith was riding, okay? He got passed by Osborne, and he looked like he, kind of bumped out, And then here comes Jeremy Martin, and then he just pressed on that gas. He just went, he found that extra quarter turn and just start pushing it again, and they closed that gap on Osborne.
Yeah, we saw some real aggressive riding from several people in this race, which is obviously what I like to see. So, yeah, it was good. Sean Cantrell got 4th. Brandon Hartranft got 5th. Josh Osby got 6th.
Probably his best finish so far, too.
He said it was his best career finish. It was this Minnesota race. Jacob Williamson got 7th. John Short got 8th. Alves got 9th. Faulkner finished 10th in that one. Rodriguez right behind him in 11th. Van Buskirk 12th, Lorenzo 13th, Zach Williams 14th, Thomas Ramette 15th, Van Martin 16th, Joshua Cartwright 17th, Keith Tucker 18th, Michael Mossman 19th, Luke Rensland 20th. He DNF'd that race actually. Luke Rensland and Wilson Fleming also DNF'd. So we'll have to look and see.
And Kyle Peters with the DNS.
Yeah, Kyle Peters with the DNS. Like I said, we'll still have to see what happened to him, but we'll also have to see what happened to Rensland. I know he was sick, but he did so well. He did 10th in that first one, so that second one, something definitely happened. But yeah, so it was really good. That was good moto. Out of the three, probably like kind of the least exciting. Except Faulkner just crashing every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it sounds really mean, but he just, like I said, I feel like he jinxed himself right after he said that, he was feeling cocky and he jinxed himself. There's nothing really else to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went down every 5 seconds. It's terrible.
Yeah, well, it started with that little one-handed jump, flashing the number one, and yeah, just downhill after that. So moving on to number 3, 250 main event, number 3.
Yes.
Rensland was a DNS, Fleming was a DNS, Peters DNS. No information on them yet, but I know Rensland, like we said, was sick, so maybe that had something to do with it. Just couldn't do it.
Couldn't hold in his pants.
What'd you say?
Maybe he had a little bowel movements.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but
I'm not trying to be
not.
funny. I'm being serious.
You think he shit his pants out there? Is that what you're trying to say?
Maybe he didn't, but maybe he was going to, and he was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't race because I'm gonna shit my pants. Hey man,
well,
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So
yeah, I hope that didn't happen, but maybe not. But yeah, anyway, stomach flu sucks for him. I'm sure.
Yeah, especially coming out of that rhythm that he was coming.
Yeah, third place. He's coming off that third place. So just bad timing for him to get sick, but that's just how it happens in this sport.
Yep.
All right, number 3.
Yeah, this main event, like you said, Josh Osby again with a great start.
Yep.
Right up front, great jump off the gate.
Yep, no question. He got the whole shot that time. Definitely, that was.
For sure.
That was him.
For sure. Yeah, putting that Club MX bike right up front. So.
And Osborne right behind him, and Martin right behind him. Smith actually passed Osborne like right before the straightaway, and took it away for a little bit. Faulkner.
Yeah, he ran up front early, followed by Martin and Osborne, and then also Faulkner was there in the mix for a little bit.
Yeah, Faulkner, he was like 9th on coming around that first time, and then he jumped up to 5th. So he went from 9th to 5th, passed a bunch of people on that first lap.
Yeah, he moved through traffic pretty quick, kind of like Osborne did on that first main.
Yeah, Smith, Martin and Osborne, Faulkner, they're all running. Cantrell passes Osby. Smith made a little mistake going through the whoops. He was like jumping through the whoops, and that last one there, he came up short. There was like sparks flying up and stuff.
Yeah, I think he hit a rock. It looks like he hit a rock, and I know Daniel said when we were talking about the track, there's a couple of rocks. I guess they haven't really cleaned out this dirt.
Yeah, it is their first time racing here, so usually, like if they're storing the dirt and then cleaning them out like each year, it might take a couple years to get a bunch of those rocks out.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, there was definitely sparks. It looked really cool. He didn't crash, but it like pushed him up way high up in the turn, and then Martin just pushed him even farther outside and just took the position from him.
Yeah, he also had a little fight with Osborne. He came
that's
up
right.
After he came up around them. He bumped him, and then he trying to like push Osborne out of the way, but he just made the mistake and went down again.
Yeah, it was almost like his bike. It's like he didn't even try to like make the turn. He was just like, I don't know if he was
take him out.
He was just going so fast. It almost looked like he got like tied up with him a little bit and just He just high-sided over the bike. So that
Yeah, it
sucks
looks
for
like he couldn't.
him.
Yeah, he didn't put his body, in position to make the turn quick enough, and the weight just beat him.
Yeah, he was able to get back up and salvage some positions, but Forkner also was jumping through the whoops, but he had a little bit more problems because his hand slipped off the freaking grip and just went over the front of the bike, and then the bike hit him. And
Yeah, he went down pretty hard.
Real
and,
hard.
He stayed down for a while.
you could tell he was injured right away.
Yes, there's an injury report, and it kind of sucks. But he suffered an injury to his left collarbone after he crashed in this main event number 3, and they don't really have anything up yet until Monday. So they're gonna do a couple of examinations on him, but it's gonna
He's
be
pretty
on
sure
Monday.
it's broke. Yeah, he's pretty sure it's broke. So he looks
Oh,
like
for sure. He looked like he was hurting. He stayed down for a while, and then also when the Alpine Star medical crew came to him, and he was like the medic was kind of grabbing him, like you can just see like he was like, let it go. It's it hurts. Let it go.
Yeah, it was messed
So-
up because he's holding his left arm, and then the guy walking him off the track like grabs his left arm, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing? Like grab him by the back or something." If you got,
Yeah, he still managed to take the 10th place overall, so that's not too bad.
yeah, definitely could have been worse. But if his season's over, then that's it, man. That really sucks for him. So it looks
Definitely.
like that's how it is, but I guess we can just hope that it's not. But that's definitely what it looks like right now. But Jeremy Martin won this race in front of the home crowd.
That's right.
Zach Osborne got second. Jordan Smith got third. Brandon Hartranft fourth. Sean Cantrell.
A quick fun fact on these 3 guys: Jeremy Martin, Zach Osborne, Jordan Smith. All 3 of them had the same amount of points coming into these, finishing up this way
Yeah,
at the end. And Jeremy Martin ended up winning it because
it's hot.
main number 3.
That's right. So whenever they're tied in points, they go to the last race for the tiebreaker.
Yep.
And yeah, so Martin, Osborne, Smith, Hartranft, Cantrell was 5th, Rodriguez 6th, Rimet 7th, John Short 8th, Osby 9th, Mossman 10th. And for the overall results, it was Jeremy Martin, Zach Osborne, Jordan Smith. You predicted Martin was going to win.
Yep. And Osborne was going to get second as well.
All right, well, that was a good job on that. I picked Osborne to win and Forkner, and obviously Forkner had his problems.
Yes, I had Forkner in third, but yeah, like you said, he ran into some problems.
Yeah,
and,
like 5 different problems.
Yeah, in that main, and then 3 more in the other main. But yeah, I predicted that Jeremy Martin was going to come out, and he was going to come out swinging, especially in a home race. He's coming from he's getting a good rhythm, riding really aggressive. He looked really good, really fast, and it showed why he won this race. He didn't get any points stuck up. He didn't, he won it fair and straight, and like I said, he was gonna win it. Zach Osborne 2nd place, Jordan Smith in 3rd place, Sean Cantrell 4th, Anthony Rodriguez in 5th place, probably his best finish so far.
Yeah.
Josh Osby in 6th place as well, best finish. Brandon Hartranft in 7th, John Short in 8th, Thomas Rimet in 9th. Forkner, like we said, he managed to still get 10th place. Michael Mossman in 11th, Jacob Williamson in 12th, Cody Van Buskirk in 13th, Ramiller Alves in 14th, Keith Tucker in 15th, Zach Williams in 16th, Lorenzo Locurzio in 17th, Joshua Cartwright in 18th, Van Martin in 19th, Luke Renslin in 20th, Wilson Fleming in 21st, and then Kyle Peters in 22nd place.
Yep. And that leaves the points with Zach Osborne at 154, and then in 2nd place now is Jordan Smith with 142, so 12 points behind. And then Jeremy Martin, 138 points, so he's 4 points behind Jordan Smith. So those 7 points he got docked in Indy really are biting him in the ass right now because he would be in second place.
He would be in second place. He would be 9 points away from Osborne right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Forkner's sitting there in fourth with 137, probably going to keep dropping if he can't go, but he's still up, third. He's up 42 points on Rensland.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's there's only two more races for this East Coast.
Yeah, there is Gillette Stadium, which is in Foxborough. That will be this Saturday, and then the shootout. So
yeah, and then Vegas. So I don't know if he'll be dropping from fourth place. That's a lot of points, man.
A lot of points. So yeah, but yeah, you think he will. It'll probably happen because if someone gets 15 points 2 races in a row, or I guess that's still only 30. So
yeah, still only 30. That's what I'm saying. He's about 42 points up front. So.
Yeah. So it looks like he should be able to salvage at least a top 5 finish for the season, which isn't bad, but considering 2 or 3 weeks ago he had the red plate. Running it with Osborne.
I wonder what what are they gonna do over there in the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki rig, because Davalos is out, and then if Faulkner is out, coming up the motocross season, you only have Cincerulo and Savacci as your top dogs. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of finding replacement riders, but like we said, there's only 2 weeks left. Who knows what they'll do? It'd be cool if they found someone to fill the gap for the last 2 races, but I'm not making the decisions over there.
All right. Yeah, don't be telling Mitch Payton how to run his thing.
Oh, I can't, man. He's won too many championships. All right, so is there anything else you want to add to this one?
No, man. Just want to thank everybody from listening and give us all the support. Thanks to the Monster Energy Supercross for giving us a week by week show, and don't forget to follow us on MXSX Podcast, man.
Thank you. Peace.